Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Argue. Just click on the icon tab and it will direct you to this page. What you need to do is to click on Enable Macro and it will direct you to this page basically. So what you need to do now is to ensure that you click Enter and it will direct you to a number of pages altogether. Now you would see that there are a number of icons on your left hand side. Now the first thing that you need to do is that this is actually sequential in nature, therefore it needs to follow a certain order. What I would suggest you to do first is to click on, as you read through, to familiarize yourself, you need to click enter here and it will direct you to the very first section, which is the point draft. Now if this is your first time, check out the point draft section. In there, you will need to type the topic of the argumentative essay. Normally, you'll find the questions in your topic. Just type that questions into the column as it will be your point of reference. For this video, the argued topic is on whether should online classes be continued. Next, choose your preposition. Just select between the choices in the drop-down menu option. To do so, place your cursor on top of the column and you'll find a drop-down arrow on the right-hand side of the box. If you have done that, let's move on to the positive and negative table. You can now type all your points based on your argument and click on the type box next to each of the columns, whether it is positive or negative. Take a look at the given examples. There's also been color-coded with green and red. And yes, the third point requires you to write down your enemy's point too. So what you need to do to type that? Imagine you are the enemy and what will you write against your opponent? I found it easier for you to type your enemy's point first before writing your own point. You will also realize that the color linked to your enemy's point section is also different from the color associated to your point. This is to signal that a contrast point should be written there. To put it into simple words, if your point is positive, then your enemy's point should be negative. Vice versa. Your enemy's point is always the opposite of your own point.